Welcome to our Tuesday live leadership chats. Today I'm talking about goal setting and particularly goal setting in COVID. Can you believe that in just over a week we begin quarter 4 of 2020? You know, it seriously feels like I should be in quarter 2 for my goals and my plans. But my body and my mind feels like it's December and that the year is done. You know, it can feel like all of the goals that we set at the beginning of the year have been wiped clean. Like this year has kind of been a bit of a write-off. You know, and as researchers race to be able to develop a vaccine and the economy continues to struggle along, and organizations try to work out how do we grow and develop in this season. This uncertainty raises challenges for a fundamental leadership skill of goal setting. But how do we set goals that sit in between aspirational and realistic in this season? My name's Kylie Butler and I'm a part of Christian Coaching Institute, which is Australia's leading Christian coaching organisation. And we've been coaching and training leaders in coaching for over 10 years now. As a leader, part of our job is to be able to set ambitious targets for our teams and organizations as well as for ourselves. And Jim Collins in his book, Good to Great, calls them BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals, because we are often capable of more than we think we are. BHAG goals can inspire a team to focus and actually rise to the challenge. The goals can fall anywhere along the continuum of attainability. The danger is when we set our goals too far in either extreme. If you play it too safe, and you're guaranteed to reach that goal, but your team will just feel unstretched and not like they're achieving something. If the goal is in that space of it just feels impossible to achieve, your team's actually going to become demotivated. Another pitfall around goals is setting that runaway goal. This is the goal that is set too far out in the future. And this one is especially important in this season. As leaders, we need to be wise about how far out we set our goals. Stretching too far, particularly in uncertain times, can cause really low team morale. Just aim for kind of 6 to 12 months in the current climate. So how do we create the right balance between stretch and safe? There's 3 key areas I'd like us to look at in this. The first one is review and celebrate. The second one is recommit, tweak or remove. And the third one is reset. Let's look at this first one, review and celebrate. I want to encourage you to find a quiet space. If you are anywhere other than Victoria, you know, head to a cafe or by a river or by the beach, just with a pen and paper. If you're in Victoria, maybe just enjoy the back deck and hopefully some Melbourne sunshine. But to spend some hours looking back over your year, review your goals. What worked? What didn't work? How did you change the way that you did things in order to be able to achieve your goals? Let me give you an example. One of the goals for CCI at the beginning of 2020 was around creating brand awareness and a number, you know, around how do we reach a certain number of people. Our plan was for team members to travel around the country speaking at conferences and events. Well, we certainly cannot do that. So what we did was actually come back to what was the intention of the goal? What was the purpose that sat behind the goal? And then looked at alternative ways that we could reach that. And from that, our Tuesday Facebook Lives were created. And so now I'm 25 weeks into this weekly live cast, and I would never have anticipated that. So it is really important for you to look at the goal, but also the ways that you've achieved that, to review it, but also to celebrate. There will be some things that you have achieved in this season, And so I would encourage you to celebrate even the little wins. The second area is to recommit, tweak, or remove. As you look now into the next quarter or the next 12 months, what are the goals that are still relevant? They still align with your purpose and your vision. Which ones will you keep, and then recommit yourself to those goals? Tap back into your why. Why are those goals important for you or for your organization? Maybe check if your goal needs tweaking. Maybe it's too ambitious, or maybe it's too safe, and you need to be able to do some readjusting. And then thirdly, which ones will you stop? You know, you don't need to keep every goal. Give yourself permission to remove them. Just a caveat here, unless you're part of their organizational goals, then you better have a conversation with your boss first before you knock off any goals there. But what it is the reality is that things change. Priorities change. The goals that were important in January may not have the same importance now. So have a look at what you can recommit to, what you need to tweak, and what you need to remove in your goals. And then the third area is reset. Once you've got your freshly renewed goals, choose to reset. Choose to look to quarter four with a renewed perspective and renewed opportunity. There's a saying we have here in coaching at CCI is the glass is always half full. It's always half full. There's always new opportunity for what could be. If you're interested in setting clearer goals, maybe having better conversations with your team, why not complete our 6-week self-paced online course? This one is available all the time. We'll put a link in the comments below. The course starts whenever you would like it to, and it never ends. It is completely self-paced online course. You decide when you start, you decide when you finish, and then you have access to it for a lifetime. After enrolling, you have unlimited access across any and all of your devices that you own. So let's do a little bit of a recap of what we've talked around today about goals. Goals can fall anywhere along the continuum of attainability. The danger is when we set our goals too far in either extreme. If you play it too safe and it's guaranteed that you reach your goal, then your team is going to become deflated. If the goal seems absolutely impossible to achieve, then your team will become demotivated. Creating the right balance between stretch and safe requires 3 steps. The first one is to review and celebrate. The second one is to recommit, tweak, or remove. And the third one is to reset. Hope you've enjoyed today. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Have a great day.